Well, welcome back to H2 TV. I am H2, and this is the Ocelot Jugular, a vehicle we've had since the launch of the game, which I've always liked. I've always liked the looks, the design of the vehicle. I really like the rear doors when you open them up, that cutout, the angle on the back where passengers get into the vehicle. And it sounds pretty good as well. And it is very unfortunate that it is a vehicle that I've never had the heart to sell, but I never drive it. Why? Because it is a rear-wheel drive car, but once you take it out on the streets, this thing cannot power slide or drift to save its life. It is underpowered, the handling is not good, and when you try and use the speed boost, it just revs in neutral. It does not boost any speed whatsoever, which is unfortunate, and which is why I'm very excited for the new vehicle released today, the Ocelot Jugular, coming in at $1.225 million. This is the vehicle in question, the new Ocelot Jugular, which is based on the Jaguar XE SV Project 8, which was featured on the Grand Tour, and it is a more race and track ready version of the Jaguar XE, which definitely this one does look the part. I really like the looks of this thing already. We've got a fat rear end with the dual exhaust. We've got the carbon diffuser, carbon spoiler, and the Ocelot logo, I've got to say, might be the best looking logo on cars in GTA. And we've got some fat fenders, nice hood, some lines on the hood. Really like these lights, the front grille as well with that Ocelot logo again. And the aerodynamic kit with those splitters down towards the bottom of the front bumper. So, two things going into this. The first thing is I hear this has the same or a similar exhaust note as the XA21, which might be my favorite sounding car in the game, so let's check that out right now. Nice interior too. Oh yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is a huge plus. Might be a reason to buy this car alone if you're a serious car enthusiast. And the second thing I heard before we get into this is that this is all-wheel drive, which we will confirm right now. See if that is the case. And yes, this thing is all-wheel drive as well. So a little bit of a letdown in my book. Would have really loved if this was a rear-wheel drive drift monster. But it's not all about drifting. So if this thing is a grip monster, if it handles very aggressively, that will be a huge win in my book. So, only one way to find out how this compares to the Shafter V12. Obviously, it's not going to be a drift car. But if this thing handles great, this is going to be right up there next to the Shafter V12 when it comes to four-door sports cars. Let's take it to the mod shop and check out the customization.
What's wrong with her now?
Alright, let's see what the mighty Jag has to offer for customization. And we will throw some race brakes on to start. Going to the bumpers, we've got the front bumper with only 3 options. Wow. Okay, so we've got stock, extended splitter, which puts that front splitter out further, the racing splitter with the little rods, and the exposed intercooler. So that's a bit disappointing with that few options on this Jaguar. And I'm going to go with the extended splitter, keep it clean and simple. Moving on to the rear bumpers. Ooh, even worse, we've only got 2. So we've got stock, we've got the rear carbon canards, and rear carbon lip. And we'll put the lip on, throw that on there. Engine, yes, please. Exhaust, we've got stock, And only 2 options? Are you serious? This might... Well, definitely in this DLC update, this has the least amount of options so far. But I can't remember seeing a vehicle. Those look horrible, by the way, the tin cans. Why would you do that? Why would you give that option for a Jaguar? So you've only got the tin cans or the titanium dual twins. I'm gonna leave stock, man. That is very surprising. Stock exhaust does look great. Thank God for that. Alright, moving on to fenders. 2 options. This is going to be a quick customization segment of this video. So we've got stock fender, secondary arches, or carbon arches. No option to remove those bolts, which is disappointing to me. Would have really loved to been able to clean that up. And we will leave this stock once again. Moving on to the grille, we've got stock grille, painted lip, which is the inside of that grille. We can do a split grille or a bespoke grille. And I will leave that stock. Looks great as is. Moving on to the hood, we've got stock, painted, can do sleek, which is a weird layout of those 3 vents. Sleek carbon, double vented, there we go, that looks better. Kind of looks like a Mitsubishi Evolution hood with those dual vents up there. Triple intake, okay. Drift intake, that is hideous. And painted drift intake, that's a little bit better. And for me, it's between this one, the stock, or the double vented. And I do prefer the stock over all of them, once again. Okay, lights, we can throw the xenon lights on here, which I will do. Liveries, okay, so we've got clean. Can do sport stripes with some gray stripes going across. Doesn't look too bad. Got the Ocelot stripe, puts the yellow stripe on the side, as well as over the car, offset to one side with the Ocelot logo decal. That is pretty clean. Doesn't look too bad too with this blue. Actually, that looks pretty nice. Got the Toroil two-tone, some two-tone action. Got the good old redwood. Look at that. Got the Ocelot logo on the hood. Jakey's logger. We've got the Fukaru, more of a JDM style. Shiny Wasabi Kitty, some anime style, anime livery. Essence of Life Sprunk. Don't really like that one too much, nothing too special. Atomic Tires. And Prolapse. This one isn't too bad. Alright, so that is the 11 liveries for the Ocelot Jugular. On the plate, we will put on a black plate with the High Life plate, since this is a luxury sport car. Oh, yes, respraying. Let's see what the secondary changes. Alright, so it changes the roof, as well as the very bottom of the front bumper. Anything else? Nope, that's it. So we will leave that black for now. And I'll show you guys a few colors in primary. We've got black. That does look really good in black too. Got white. Man, look at it with that Ocelot logo. That is clean. Really love the angles on this car, the tail lights, the top of the trunk, how it's got that lip on the trunk. Let's check it out in silver. Very nice. And for me, there's only one way to do this Jag proper, and that is with a Jaguar blue. And the way I'm going to do that is I am going to put on a racing blue with a ultra blue pearlescent. See how it pops more? So for me, this is one of my favorite blues, and not too many cars can pull this off as well as this Ocelot Jugular. This is looking great. And we've got trim color, finally. So let's see what that changes. It changes the dash, the steering wheel centerpiece, the door panels, and the seats. The rear seats and front seats, the center portion of that. And the question is, do I want to do a tan interior on this? Usually I would, but I really love it, the black on blue. So I am going to leave it black on this Jag. Roof. Nice. We can put a carbon roof on. I'll throw that guy on. Alright, skirts. We've got stock. Can do secondary. Carbon skirt. I like that. Ooh, there it is. Carbon lip skirt in primary or secondary. Yes, I will throw that on with pleasure. Alright, spoilers. We've got stock, low-level wing in primary or secondary. Can do a street wing in secondary as well. There's the race wing. Not sure how I feel about the sides of that coming down. Looks a little bit off. Can get that in secondary as well. GT wing. Not a bad option with the carbon sides. Can get it all in carbon as well. Or the drift wing in primary or carbon. I do like this stock one, but if this is all-wheel drive, I'm going to go for the traction boost. You know what? I'm going to go with the carbon GT wing on this guy. It is a Project 8 after all. More of a track-ready car, so let's throw that on. Suspension. Let's see how low can this go. 3, 2, 1, and slam it. Much better. Did the camber just change? Yes, it did. I do like that. Alright, excellent. Competition suspension. Done. Transmission. Super. Turbo. Yes. And wheels. I don't really like these too much. These factory rims, so we're going to see what it looks like with a wheel that I think always looks good on Jaguars, which is the Synthetic Z. Throw some black on there, maybe some carbon black, yep. And that is perfect. Throw some black tire smoke on as well. And some light smoke on the windows, and I think we are done. 24 out of 24 options. And oh yes, I am loving this a lot more with these modifications. So it's got it in the looks department. Let's take her outside and see how she performs. See if it holds up to the expectations. Wow. I think the word for this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. The Jaguar Blue really doing this thing justice as that pearlescent pops in the sunlight. And I could look at this thing all day. But I think what we should do is look at some of the details on this vehicle. What opens up as far as the doors, trunk hood, all that good stuff. And we have got some huge trunk space. Really, really, really happy with this white two-tone they put on the interior. So I chose the black for the interior color, but they still have that white on the trim. And I am really a fan of that. Really love these seats. Very modern seats that you would see on these newer luxury sports cars. And oh boy, this has got to be the worst engine design I've seen in a long time. This is like the original engine designs from the beginning of the game, 6 years ago. Let's just close that up right now. Yeah, let's not look at that any longer. Everything else is great. That engine bay, though, man, that is odd. All right, and the moment I am always most excited for is the performance test drive. Let's see how good the all-wheel drive is, how good the handling is. We know the looks department, the sound is 10 out of 10. Let's check out the interior real quick. Nice, got the logo on the steering wheel. Interior, I would give a 10 out of 10 as well. Now for the performance test drive. Let's go. Oh man, can't get enough of that exhaust. Hear it crackling. So throaty and raw and angry. Just like a mighty Jaguar would. Love it. Let's do a run through this tunnel. Get a better sound of that exhaust. Oh yes. Does not get any better than that. Acceleration is very good on this all-wheel drive. Now, what I'm most interested in is the handling. How does this compare to the Issy Sport, the Obey, 8F Drafter, the Paragon R? Some very good sports cars we've gotten earlier on at the very beginning of this DLC. Definitely does grip. It is pretty stable as well. It is not nearly as agile or nimble as the Issy Sport or the 8F Drafter, but the grip is quite good. I would say it's above average in the handling department. It's not as good. It doesn't handle as fast or as sharp as the 8F Drafter or the Issy Sport. So if you're looking for performance, it's not going to be the best in the sports car category. But I don't think it's fair to compare it to the regular sports cars because this is a four-door sports car that you can hold four of your friends in. And up until this point, the only option for me has been the Shafter V12 because the other options in the class we saw at the beginning of the video, the Ocelot Jugular is just not good. And then we've got the Ubermacht Revolter, which is at the top of the class. But they named that vehicle the right name because the Ubermacht Revolter is a pretty revolting looking car to me. Not really a fan of the looks, and the other options at the top of the class for... Oh, there it goes. We just broke the traction, so it will brake if you really push it. But it takes a lot to get it to brake loose like that. The other options in the four-door sports car category for top of the class is the Coil Raiden and the Neon, which are both very quick, very good handling, but they're both electric vehicles. And why would you want to drive around in an electric vehicle? Why would you do that? So for me, this is a huge win. because my only option was the Shafter V12, and when my friends are on and I'm driving around with 4 people, I will be driving this Jag. As for you, should you buy this vehicle, it's not a must-buy. I would say yes, I do recommend it. But if you wait till it goes on sale, not a big deal. You're not going to miss out on anything performance-wise. But the looks and the sound department is a 10 out of 10. And this is right up there, right next to the Shafter V12 for me. And I am looking forward to driving the hell out of this for the next few days. And this will always have a place in my garage. So that will do it for this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. I really enjoy doing these car reviews. It's always a blast to do these. And we are getting closer now to the end of this drip feed content. I think like 6 cars left, something like that. And there's been a ton of hit ones, ton of good ones. And there's a few more I'm looking forward to. We've got that crazy motorbike, and we've got, I think, 1 supercar left. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to the future of GTA Online. Let me know down in the comments, down below, what you guys think of this new Jaguar, if you've picked one up or if you're planning to. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys next time. H2TV signing out for now.